The 50-30-20 rule of thumb divides your budget into three categories: needs, wants, and financial goals. It's not a hard and fast rule, but rather a rough guideline to develop a financially sound budget. To better understand how to apply the rule, we'll go over its history, how it works, and its limitations, as well as walk through an example. In other words, we'll show you how and why to create your budget based on the 50-30-20 rule of thumb. Hello, this is Be Financially Independent, and we are back with a budgeting video. If you are interested in videos like this, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to be notified of every upload. Budgeting does not have to be difficult, nor should it take up to hours of your time. The best ways to budget are frequently the most basic. Take the 50-30-20 rule, for example. The 50-30-20 rule is a simply monthly budgeting method that tells you how much to put towards savings and living expenses each month. With a clear, big-picture overview of your monthly budget, you can confidently avoid overspending and gradually increase your savings, all without painstakingly recording every single transaction. If you've ever downloaded a budgeting app only to abandon it by the third day, you should give the 50-30-20 method a shot. What exactly is the 50-30-20 rule? The 50-30-20 rule is a simple budgeting method that can help you manage your money effectively, simply, and long-term. The basic rule of thumb is to divide your monthly after-tax income into three spending categories: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings or debt repayment. You can put your money to work more efficiently if you regularly keep your expenses balanced across these major spending categories. And because there are only three major categories to track, you can save yourself the time and stress of delving into the details every time you spend. When it comes to budgeting, one of the most frequently asked questions is, why can't I save more? The 50-30-20 rule is an excellent way to solve that age-old problem and structure your spending habits. It can help you reach your financial goals, whether you're saving for a rainy day or paying off debt. What is the origin of the 50-30-20 rule? The 50-30-20 rule was inspired by current U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren and her daughter Elizabeth Warren Tyagi in their 2005 book, All You're Worth: The Ultimate Lifetime Money Plan. Based on over 20 years of research, Warren and Tyagi concluded that you don't need a complicated budget to get your finances in order. Instead, all you have to do is use the 50-30-20 rule to balance your money between your needs, wants, and savings goals. How to use the 50-30-20 rule to budget your money. As previously stated, the 50-30-20 rule simplifies budgeting by dividing after-tax income into three categories: needs, wants, and savings or debts. Knowing exactly how much to spend on each category will help you stick to your budget and keep your spending under control. Here's an explanation of how the 50-30-20 rule works. Spend 50% of your money on necessities. Needs are bills that must be paid and items that are required for survival. Rent or mortgage payments, car payments, groceries, insurance, healthcare, minimum debt payments, and utilities are examples of these. These are the must-haves for you. Extras such as HBO, Netflix, Starbucks, and dining out are not included in the needs category. Half of your after-tax income should be sufficient to meet your needs and obligations. If you spend more than that on needs, you will have to either cut back on wants or try to downsize your lifestyle, perhaps by moving to a smaller home or driving a less expensive car. Perhaps carpooling or taking public transportation to work is an option, as is cooking at home more frequently. Needs may also include monthly rent, electricity and gas bills, transportation, insurance for health, car, or pets, minimum loan repayments, basic groceries. Hey there, bud! Before we proceed to our discussion, kindly hit the thumbs up button if you find this video useful, and please feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. Spend 30% of your money on wants. Wants are all the things you buy that aren't necessary. This includes outings to the movies and dinners, a new handbag, sporting event tickets, vacations, the latest electronic gadget, and ultra-high-speed internet. When it comes down to it, anything in the wants bucket is optional. You can work out at home instead of going to the gym, cooking instead of eating out, or watch sports on TV instead of purchasing game tickets. This category also includes upgrade decisions such as choosing a more expensive steak over a cheaper hamburger, purchasing a Mercedes over a more economical Honda, or deciding between watching television for free via an antenna or paying for cable TV. Wants are essentially all of the little extras you spend money on to make life more enjoyable and entertaining. This may include dining out, clothes shopping, vacations, gym membership, entertainment subscriptions such as Netflix, HBO, Amazon Prime, groceries other than the essentials. Set aside 20% of your income for savings. Finally, try to set aside 20% of your net income for savings and investments. This includes putting money into an emergency fund in a bank savings account, contributing a mutual fund account through an IRA, and investing in the stock market. You should have at least 3 months' worth of emergency savings on hand if you lose your job or something unexpected happens. After that, concentrate on retirement and other long-term financial goals. Savings can also be used to pay off debt. While minimum payments are considered needs, any additional payments reduce the principal and future interest owed. What is the value of savings? Americans are notoriously bad at saving, and the country is deeply in debt. Americans had $14.3 trillion in total debts as of March 2020, including $438 billion in credit card debt. In 2019, the personal savings rate was 7.6, down from 11% in 1960. The 50-30-20 rule is intended to assist individuals in managing their after-tax income, primarily to have funds on hand for emergencies and retirement savings. Every household should prioritize the establishment of an emergency fund in the event of job loss, unexpected medical expenses, or any other unforeseen financial cost. If an emergency fund is used, a family should prioritize replenishing it. Savings for retirement is also an important step because people are living longer lives. Calculating how much money you'll need for retirement and working toward that goal from a young age will ensure a comfortable retirement. A step-by-step guide to implementing the 50-30-20 rule. So, how do you apply the 50-30-20 rule in practice? To apply this simple budgeting rule, calculate the 50-30-20 ratio based on your income and categorize your spending. Here's how it works. 1. Determine your after-tax income. The first step in applying the 50-30-20 budgeting rule is determining your after-tax income. If you work as a freelancer, your after-tax income is the amount you earn in a month minus your business expenses and the amount you set aside for taxes. This will be easier if you are an employee with a consistent paycheck. First, examine your pay stub to see how much money arrives in your bank account each month. Then, add back any automatically deducted payments from your paychecks, such as health insurance or pension funds. 2. Sort your spending over the last month into categories. To get a true picture of where your money goes each month, look at how and where you spend your income in the previous month. Get a copy of your last 30 days bank statement or simply use the statistics feature in your N26 app. It automatically categorizes all of your transactions such as salary, food and groceries, leisure and entertainment, and others. Next, divide your expenses into 3 categories: needs, wants, and savings. Remember that a need is a necessary expense that you cannot live without, such as rent. A desire is an extra luxury you could do without, such as dining out. Savings include additional debt repayments, retirement contributions to a pension fund, or money set aside for a rainy day. 3. Assess and adjust your spending to adhere to the 50-30-20 rule. You can start adjusting your budget to match the 50-30-20 rule now that you know how much of your money goes towards your needs, wants, and savings each month. The best way to do this is to calculate how much you spend each month on your wants. According to the 50-30-20 rule, wants are not extravagant. Rather, it is a basic nicety that allows you to enjoy life. Because cutting back on your needs can be a complex and difficult task, it's best to determine which of your wants you can sacrifice to stay within 30% of your take-home pay. The more you cut back on your wants, the more likely it is that you will be able to meet your 20% savings goal. Saving money is difficult, and life frequently throws unexpected expenses our way. Individuals who adhere to the 50-30-20 rule have a strategy of managing their after-tax income. Suppose they discover that their expenditures on wants exceed 20% of their total expenditures. In that case, they can always find ways to reduce those expenditures, allowing funds to be directed to more important areas such as emergency funds and retirement. Life should be enjoyed, and living like a Spartan is not recommended. But having a plan and sticking to it will allow you to cover your expenses, save for retirement, and do the things that make you happy. That's it for today's video. If you are interested in more financial and budgeting videos, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to be notified of every upload. This is Be Financially Independent, and we will see you in our next video.